Hello guys, so I've been riding a new bike today. I've been test riding a sports bike and I've been riding it the whole day, and let me show you which one. So it's a Honda CBR 650R. It's a 2022 model, and I will just give you my first impressions of the bike and what I think about it. And as always in my videos, this is my personal and honest opinion, so you might not agree with me, but hear me out. So honestly, I made a video during the day. I've been riding it a few hours, and then I made a video of what I thought about the bike. But then I actually changed my mind. I didn't upload that video. I decided to take it for a longer ride, and I've been riding it this whole evening, and now the sun is going down behind me here, and I'm riding it on really nice roads like this one, and I have been really pushing it hard this time during this afternoon, so that's why my first impressions that I had wasn't really correct until I really pushed it, which I now have done, and then that's why I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about what I think about it. So let's start with the good things, and then the less good things. And it's gonna be a little bit noisy maybe in the background. I apologize for that because I'm next to a street here, but let's start. So it's actually pretty comfortable being a sports bike. Has a pretty relaxed seating position, and it's not so aggressive, especially on the handlebars. The seat is pretty wide. It's also pretty comfortable. It's pretty spacious. You can move around in front and back. It's also very comfortable having a pillion on it. As you can see, the seat for the pillion is pretty wide and big. You're not so cramped. The knees feel, I feel pretty comfortable running a couple of hours. The knees, they're not too bent, I would say. And yeah, it's pretty comfortable. It's also, well, this is a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. But the suspension is not it's not so stiff, so it's pretty soft and plush. So the suspension is too soft for a track day maybe, but yeah, of course you can adjust it a little bit, but still it's might be a little bit too soft. So yeah, it's a comfortable bike. The wind protection is great. I pushed it hard, as I said, today, and it really took down, and I didn't feel any pressure from the wind, so this screen is pretty decent, I would say. So yeah, it's a comfortable ride being a sports bike, and you can take it for long journeys as well, I think. So the brakes are good. They have a lot of bite. I think it's a Nissin calipers on them, and yeah, I like to brake with one finger, and it's really easy to do that with this bike. So yeah, the brakes are good. So it sounds pretty decent, I think, with this original can. The sound is it's pretty nice. Actually, I rode the Aprilia RS 660. I didn't like it so much, and you definitely have to change the can to give it more character. But this one, even with the original can, it's the sound is pretty decent, and it gives you a quite of nice feel. So one thing Well, I mean, the reason why I did this video again was that when I pushed it above 6,000 RPM, I didn't feel comfortable on it. It started to vibrate a little bit, and yeah, I mean, the engine didn't sound very good. So yeah, I really pushed it hard, and way above 6,000 RPM, and then, you know, I was surprised. I mean, yeah, I mean, being a 600 and so on. Sure, it's not like my Tuono V4, but I mean, yeah, that was nice. It was a nice surprise, and yeah, sure, it's vibrates a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it was good. Another thing on the positive side is that, I mean, it's a beautiful bike for sure. I mean, just look at it. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful, and no complaints here. And I even got a few thumbs up riding it today. So yeah, it feels well made, and I mean, the finish and the details on it is pretty nice, I think. I mean, I think it's a beautiful bike. Yeah, so the display is yeah, I mean, it's okay. It has the most important stuff on it. It has a fuel gauge and all that. It's not very, you know, it's not very complicated. It doesn't have a lot of features, but it's enough, I think. So yeah, no complaints there, and it's pretty easy to see everything on the display, even when it's getting a little bit dark. I don't know if I said this before, but it's easy to ride. It's very planted on the road. It's easy to flick around. It feels very light in some way. It's also easy to reach the ground with both of your feet. And yeah, I mean, it's nimble and easy to turn, and it feels, I don't know how to explain, but it feels kind of safe going to the corners and out of the corners. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent bike, and easy to ride, especially for beginners. So this is for sure a sports bike for beginners. I mean, for everyone, not only for beginners, but if you just had your license and you want to own a sports bike, I mean, this is a perfect choice, I think. So not many bad things to say about it. I kind of like it being this middleweight sports bike segment. As I said, I tried a few other bikes, but this one, yeah, I think it has a lot of character, and not much to complain about, actually. So one thing that's pretty surprising, I think, is that it doesn't have a quick shifter, and it's a 2022 model, and it's a sports bike, and you kind of expect bikes nowadays to have quick shifters. So that's yeah, I didn't like that. I mean, I had a KTM 890 Adventure, and it had a quick shifter, so it definitely would benefit with a quick shifter. So one thing that's not so great is the mirrors. They are way, I mean, you can't see behind your shoulders, because your shoulder is in the way, and I'm a pretty thin guy, so yeah, I mean, they are not really good, and you have to reach pretty far from the handlebars to reach the mirrors to adjust them. But well, they don't vibrate so much, so in that way they are good, but otherwise, yeah, not so happy with them. But one thing for sure, as I said, is the quick shifter. That's something I really miss, and that would be my first thing to to put on the bike. I'm sure there are aftermarket things that you can, different brands that you can put on it, and maybe a different can to give it a little bit more nice sound. I mean, it still has a kind of decent sound to it, but that will be one improvement. So yeah, I think this is the end of the video, and I hope you liked the video. And I'm gonna reviewing the Alpine Stars Tech 5 airbag West. So I'm gonna do a short video about that one, and then I actually sold my Aprilia Tuono V4 factory, and I got another bike, a new one, and I'm gonna tell you all about it and why and what choice I made. So stay tuned for that video. So thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If there is any questions, please let me know in the comments. Take good care. Bye.